Hi, I'm Marcy Degman, the Aspiring Gardener, and today we're talking about overseeding bare areas in the lawn. As you can see here, I have a very bare area. In my area, we have a lot of problems with moles. That's why this area is like this, and every year we have to reseed areas to fill these spots. So I have perennial ryegrass, and as it sits, that's the only seed that you can overseed. And overseeding means you can literally sprinkle it out. I always like to put a little bit of mulch down anyway to help it out. But overseeding literally means you could sprinkle this out. And providing there's moisture and the soil is warm, it'll fill in a little bit. So you can go along and just sprinkle it if you just want to thicken some of these thin areas. In a case like this where I have a really big patch, it's easy to kind of prepare it a little bit, so I think it still pays off to do that. So what I want to do is just kind of score the soil so it gets a little bit packed down when it's been bare and walked on through the summer. So I'm going to score the soil. And in this case, it's kind of flattened out. But if you've got a, molehills tend to be mounding, so if you've got a little bit of this stuff, kind of even that spot out. And then what I like to do is I like to use compost, because not only does that add nutrition, it holds moisture, and it keeps the grass seed down. So I'm not going to put too much, just a nice little layer there. And then take the grass seed, and generally you want to follow the instructions. For overseeding, I don't worry too much about it. I just like to put a nice layer. You can't really overdo it. If you put a lot, you're just going to have a better chance of it filling in. So, you can do it about like that, or if you want to do a little more, it can't hurt. Sprinkle a little around there to kind of fill in. If you know what kind of seed you've used before, it's always a good idea to get the same kind. You definitely want to have the perennial ryegrass, but there is a little bit different shades, and it can look a little different. So just to kind of blend it, I like to do this. That way, if the blade is just a little bit different color, I still can kind of have a smooth look. So after that, you might want to put a little bit more compost, just to kind of hold it down, but don't cover it so much that the sun can't get to it. You can also use peat moss in the same way. So you don't want to cover it too much, but you want to be able to hold it down. Now keep it well watered. If you do this in the fall and it's raining pretty much, you won't have to do anything else. If it's too cold, you can always try this in the spring as well when the ground reaches 60 degrees. So that's how you overseed a patch in your lawn.